How to Create a Trust, The Ways of Maintaining Wealth by Dr. Jonathan Chuma. Introduction. The true meaning of wealth. Wealth is more than numbers in a bank account. It is the art of control, the discipline of direction, and the consciousness of stewardship. Many rise to riches but fail to sustain wealth because they confuse ownership with purpose. The true measure of wealth is not in what you earn, but in what endures after you are gone. Wealth that doesn't outlive you is mere income. Wealth that continues to serve generations becomes legacy. This book unveils not just the legal framework of creating a trust, but also the spiritual and psychological structure required to maintain wealth. You will learn how to position your family, your vision, and your resources in a system that multiplies and protects them. Chapter 1. The Foundation of Trust. A trust is born out of one word: faith. You establish it because you believe in continuity. A trust, legally speaking, is an arrangement that allows you to pass on assets to beneficiaries through a trustee. But spiritually and motivationally, it is a covenant between your vision and the next generation. Before you create a trust, you must answer this question: what is my wealth for? If wealth doesn't have a mission, it will soon lose its meaning. To build a strong trust, you must, 1. Define your why, the purpose behind your wealth. 2. Identify your values, what your family or organization must uphold. 3. Create a structure how those values will be managed through your assets. A trust is not just a document, it is an emotional and moral contract between your ideals and your inheritors. Chapter 2. Wealth that lasts beyond a lifetime. The first mistake wealthy people make is believing that wealth can maintain itself. It cannot. Wealth, like a garden, must be cultivated, protected, and pruned regularly. To ensure your wealth lasts beyond your lifetime, diversify with wisdom. Do not tie your entire fortune to one industry or economy. Document everything. Wealth that is not written down is wealth that is easily lost. Appoint trusted stewards. A great vision dies in the hands of a foolish successor. You don't build generational wealth by saving money. You build it by creating a system that trains, governs, and multiplies that money. Chapter 3. Understanding the spirit of stewardship. Stewardship means managing what is not entirely yours. Every fortune is borrowed, from God, from time, and from opportunity. The moment you see yourself as a steward, you begin to manage wealth differently. Stewards. Preserve what they are given, improve what they manage, transfer what they protect. When you create a trust, you are formalizing stewardship. You are telling the world, this wealth must continue to serve the same mission that created it. Chapter 4. How to create a family trust. Creating a trust requires legal, financial, and emotional readiness. Step 1. Identify your assets. Include all your holdings, real estate, businesses, intellectual property, savings, and investments. Step 2. Define your beneficiaries. Who will receive from the trust? Your children? A foundation? A community project? Step 3. Choose a trustee. This person or institution will manage the assets according to your wishes. Select based on character, not just competence. Step 4. Draft a trust deed. Work with a lawyer to create a document that spells out your vision, values, and management system. Step 5. Fund the trust. Transfer your assets into it while you are alive to ensure smooth control. A trust without funding is a body without a soul. Chapter 5. The legal mindset of wealth preservation. Wealth must be structured legally to survive political changes, family disputes, and taxation. Creating a trust helps you minimize estate taxes, protect assets from creditors, avoid lengthy court battles, preserve privacy. But legal structure without discipline is still destruction in slow motion. Maintain legal order through regular audits, reviews, and accountability meetings with your trustees. Chapter 6. The psychology of generational thinking. The rich think in decades, the wealthy think in centuries. Creating a trust is not about now, it's about later. It's about building a bridge between generations who will never meet. To think generationally Teach your heirs the meaning of the wealth, not just its value. Document your philosophy of money. Build a family constitution that outlines behavior, purpose, and unity principles. When your mind begins to see beyond you, your wealth becomes prophetic. It begins to speak into the future. Chapter 7. Protecting wealth from internal erosion. The greatest destroyers of wealth are ignorance, greed, and entitlement. Families that lose wealth within 3 generations do so not because of external enemies, but internal erosion. To stop the decay, encourage education over entitlement. Reward contribution, not connection. Make wealth conditional to responsibility. Trusts fail when the beneficiaries stop being productive. A trust must therefore be designed to motivate productivity, not fund laziness. Chapter 8. Teaching the next generation responsibility. The true inheritance is wisdom, not money. You must transfer your mindset before your money. Start by involving your children in financial discussions early, allowing them to manage small funds or projects, teaching philanthropy and accountability. A family that knows why wealth exists will never misuse what wealth gives. Chapter 9. Faith, vision, and financial legacy. Every lasting fortune has a foundation of faith. Our faith is the invisible capital that multiplies visible wealth. Without spiritual vision, financial success becomes moral bankruptcy. You must tie your trust to divine purpose, to help humanity, empower others, and glorify something higher than yourself. When your wealth is anchored in eternal principles, it becomes unstoppable and indestructible. Chapter 10. The 7 pillars of wealth, maintenance. 1. Knowledge, educate every generation about finance. 2. Integrity, protect your family name as your greatest brand. 3. Structure, keep legal and administrative systems current. In order. 4. Discipline, spend wisely, invest steadily. 5. Vision, know what your wealth is meant to achieve. 6. Unity, keep the family mission above individual ambition. 8. 7. Faith, believe that wealth is a divine stewardship, not personal possession. Conclusion. Becoming a trustee of legacy. To create a trust is to declare that your life has meaning beyond the now. To maintain wealth is to live with intention, purpose, and foresight. You are not just building assets, you are architecting immortality. Your trust is the bridge that carries your dreams beyond your years. Let your wealth not end with your death. Let it begin with your vision.